So in today's video, I'm going to explain why someone should invest into Aldar's new launch, Yas Park Place. See, understand first of all, this is not a normal launch, right? This launch is being done after a geopolitical conflict, right? So when you look at this launch, you have to not just look at in terms of number, you have to look from multiple perspectives, right? In terms of safety, how much this investment is safe for you, how much money can you make out of this particular investment, what are the competition projects that you have available, and the most important, what cash flow you need as an investor. Is it more of aggressive or is it more of relaxed, right? A payment plan like Shobha offers a 60/40 payment plan, but they ask for you 40% payment on the first year, 20% plus 4% they take as their usual down payment, 10% after 6 months, 10% after 6 months. So in a year you are paying 40%. So that is not a relaxed payment plan, that's very aggressive. But what you are paying in Aldar's new launch is 5% on down payment, 5% after 6 months, and 5% after 6 months. So in a year you're paying only 10%. Understand, this is the benefit of entering with the launch of Aldar's new launch, and that is Yas Park Place, right? Second most biggest benefit that you're getting is your price point that you're entering. We're talking about a global location like Yas, which has all the global elements. It has a global tourist magnet like Disney World. It has Ferrari World. It has Warner Bros. It has Sea World. It has Etihad Arena, right? It has Yas Golf Fling. See, all the global assets you have currently present on Yas Island, right? Where millions of tourists comes every year, and all the launches that we see, the current launches by Aldar developer, I'll take Fahid Island. What is the price point that is coming on Fahid for one bedroom? That is 3.1 million. Understand, one bedroom you're getting 3.1 million. But on Yas Island, where every global element is currently present, all the infrastructure is already built, and one bedroom you're getting at 1.9 million. Versus on Fahid Island, where there's nothing, literally it's a desert, and you're paying one bedroom for 3.1 million. So you tell me which one is better to choose. Obviously this Fahid, this Yas Island one, right? So we discussed 2 points. In terms of comparison, you're getting better pricing over here. Now let's talk about the comparison of this particular project with Shobha City. A lot of investors make mistake to compare Aldar with Shobha. Let's be honest, you cannot compare a private developer with a government developer. You can compare only apple with apple, right? So obviously no doubt Shobha's quality is really good. Nobody can doubt that, right? But understand, what are you going to do with that quality? As an investor, does it going to help you to make money, right? Obviously quality is important, but as well as along with the quality, there are other parameters that you need to check whether it checks me or not. You bought a good quality, but when it comes to selling, you're not able to sell that particular project at profit. So what are you going to do with that particular quality, right? So I'll share a story. One of my investors, they have invested into Shobha Heartland 2, and they are trying to sell that particular project. They are not able to sell. They have to sell below OP, and still they're not able to sell. Why? Because again, end user look certain things, right? When it comes to buying a property, Shobha always sells at overpriced price, first of all. Second, the sizes are very small, that's an issue for end user. Third, there, apart from the sizes being small, you'll see it will be very hard to sell you Shobha project. You have to always sell in distress, right? Why does this happen? Because two reasons. First, the size is very small, and second, the number of units they have on a floor. If Aldar are launching a project, they will give you 10 units on floor, right? But Shobha, they will give you 50 units on floor, right? So why does that? How does this difference actually uh, uh, helps you to save your money and avoid a risk? As an investor, you want to avoid a risk, right? So when you're entering with a unit which is 15 units on a floor, so obviously 15 will people will be competing versus here 10 people are competing. So where is your lower risk? Obviously into a project which is where there are only 10 units to sell versus where 15 units. Yeah, right. 3,500 units when they have apartment. So there is huge risk involved into that, because you'll be competing with not one owner, not two owner, not three owner, but you'll be competing with 3,500 owners when it comes to reselling that particular project, particular unit. And very congested. That is the issue with Shobha project, right? Let me be very honest with you, right? But with Aldar, you have already 700 apartments total in 6 towers. 700 apartments. That's we're talking about max, right? This is the leverage that you get with Aldar. Your density is not. Your density is very low. Your supply is very low. It is more of lifestyle driven, more of amenity driven, more of park driven, more of greenery driven, right? That is the benefit that you're getting with Aldar developer. This particular launch I'm talking about, Yas Park Place. Now if I come to another point, which particular project is more near to Ferrari, to uh, to Disney World, which particular location is more near? Obviously this Yas Park Place is more near to Disney World, more near to Ferrari World. It is inside the Yas, but that is outside of the Yas. We are talking about something on Yas, and comparing prices with outside of does not make sense. It should be comparison apple with apple. Aldar is any days great. Aldar has the backing of Mubadala, right? Mubadala is one of the largest sovereign fund manager. They handle more than 1.3 billion of 1.3 trillion of worth of assets. So Abu Dhabi government owns the Aldar developer, right? Abu Dhabi government owns Aldar developer, right? So when you're investing with Aldar, you're not investing on just the property. You're betting on the economy of Abu Dhabi, right? No doubt Shobha is also good developer. They have also they're private backing, but no, they're also like private, one of the largest private developer. No, I'm not denying that, but you will compare which developer has more financial strength. Obviously the Aldar. Which developer has more stability? Who created Sadiat? Who created Yas? Who created Fahid? Who transformed this location? Obviously, yeah, Aldar, right? You won't believe there is a project where Aldar was selling one 2 bedroom and 22 million. 2 bedroom, 22 million. What we are talking about here? 1 bedroom at 1.9, 2 bedroom at 2.8, 2.9. That is the price point that we are talking about with Aldar being a top tier developer, being a government developer who controls the supply, right? Who is not here to make profit, who is here to transform the country, who is here to transform the country, not to make profit. So that is the benefit of Aldar developer. As a investor, my suggestion, if you want to safety, if you want to make money, if you want to build long-term wealth, or even if you're considering for short-term flipping, Aldar is any day is much better over a private developer, right? Shobha, if you go in Heartland 1, people are selling in distressed property, right? Investors don't make money with Shobha. That's the issue. If you do make money, I would be happy to assist you, because at them I'm a broker, and both develop. See, Alda Shobha gives me 6% to sell this property. Let me again tell you, sir. Shobha gives me 6% commission. Give me more commission to sell that property, but I'm not selling you that. Aldar gives me 4%, sir, only. Shobha gives me 6% to sell that property. But what I'm giving you, Aldar, if I want to make money, sir, I'll give you Shobha. If the agent that you're going with, why is selling Shobha, sir? Because they're getting more money. So if I have to make more money, I will sell you, sir, Shobha. I don't have any issue. But I want you to make money, sir. So you'll be making money, and I want to build a long-term relationship with you. I work in a way where I can not just help you to buying the property, but I can help you to sell the property, and I can help you at a good exit. Because buying is the easiest task that you can do. You can buy Shobha, you can buy Aldar. It is the easiest thing. But when it comes to selling, which one is easiest? That is for sure Aldar. Right? So let's do not go in the comparison. Let's look at block the unit. Let's do the payment. Let's tap on the opportunity which is on the table. Let's pull the trigger.